Rate of fire is a bit of an unknown stat escape from Tarkov, with some guns being shown as this, while also being able to shoot like this. In fact, the rate of fire stat is wrong for all guns. This gun specifically shoots at 450 RPM. This video outlined the following: how I conducted my research, my findings along with the spreadsheet I made, and what this all means. I don't want to waste your time, so let's get into it. This is the formula I use to find rounds per minute. To work all this out, I'd measure how long it takes to empty a full mag, divide that time by the number of shots fired minus 1. This would then result in the time between shots. Further dividing that by 60 would then give us the rounds per minute of any weapon. I just repeat this 2 more times with every gun, and now we have our spreadsheet values. The reason I subtract 1 is to ignore the first bullet fired, which fires instantly compared to upcoming shots. Using this Mosin as a demonstration of what I mean. My first shot goes off instantly, making it so going from 0 to 2 shots would be the same amount of time as going from 2 to 3 shots fired. To conduct these tests with semi-automatic guns, I simply use a macro, and I've made sure the macro consistently gives me the same clicks per second. Although this video isn't about the recoil system in Tarkov, I just want to point out that this M1A should not exist at all. You can find my spreadsheet in the description. There's a table on top of the page showcasing, in my opinion, popular weapons, which I'll be covering soon. I've also made a dark and light theme if you're into that kind of stuff. You can go through that on your own leisure. And tell me in the comments how to make spreadsheets like these easier to read for future projects. I don't want to turn this video into me reading a spreadsheet, so on to my findings. Weapons sharing the same RPM do shoot as fast as each other, i.e. the AK-74, its reproductions, the S12, and the MDR shoots at around 625 RPM when having a listed 650. I'll put up on screen the true fire rate of the popular weapons I was talking about earlier. All full auto guns have a less than 5% difference from the stated RPM stat. This would roughly translate to a 25 to 45 RPM difference. You'll see what I'm referring to. Redirecting our attention to semi-auto weapons now. For the most part, semi-auto rifles have a listed fire rate of either 600, 700, or 800, when in reality they have a fire rate cap of 450 or 600. Pistols, shotguns, and bolt actions all have a listed fire rate of 30, with varying true fire rates. For pistols, they can shoot at around 450 rounds per minute. For bolt actions, the fastest firing bolt actions are VPO 215, clocking in at 41 RPM. Coming in second is the SV98 at 37 RPM. Third goes to the Mosin at 33 RPM. Last are all the 308 bolt actions at a shared 31 RPM. These differences don't seem too big, but you will notice it. Lastly, shotguns. All 12 gauge pump shotguns shoot at the same RPM at around 69, which is surprising because I thought the M870 was so much faster than MP133. Notable exceptions to this semi-auto rule include the M1A at 660 RPM, the MP153 shotgun at 260 RPM, and lastly the TT, M1911, and M45A1 at 360 RPM. So, sorry Veritas, the M45 is shit too.
Then the existing 1911. The only thing that I care about with that gun is that, and I might be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that you're limited on your fire rate. What would it be? And I've been asking for the 1911. The first time I pulled it out, and I went click, 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 and it went bang, bang. I was like, guess I'm never using this piece of shit ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got some nice iron sights though. And side note, again, this video isn't about recoil, but semi-autos are affected by your PMC's automatic recoil control, making it weird to fire your shots in quick succession. The only reason semi-autos seem to have less recoil is because they, unsurprisingly, have a lower rate of fire. So, what does this all mean? In a game where damage is purely based on the ammo loaded into your gun versus the armor it's impacting, fire rate is king. The fastest firing guns are still dropping people the quickest. I do think this is a bug. I did test both on 80 FPS and uncapped. 80 FPS gave me more consistent results, and weirdly enough a higher RPM than uncapped. I do wish semi-autos were just better. This won't stop me from using them. I just love how the TX-15 sounds when suppressed. This has been my first Escape from Tarkov video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again in maybe 2 weeks.